What's up everybody? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for chapter 505 of One Piece. And literally my immediate reaction after reading this chapter is, what the hell? Why is Kuma on this island? Like, Oda is stacking the deck, and it makes sense because Luffy and the other two captains completely just ran roughshod through all of the Navy guys trying to stop them. Like, when you hear about going balls deep and cream pieing, that's basically what they did. I'm totally loving Law, by the way. I have to get this out the way now. It looks like Law's devil fruit power, everything that's inside that spirit creates, he basically can kind of do what Buggy does, except for instead of with the chop fruit where he's able to kind of move his own body around, Law's able to move the different body parts of everyone else around. And it's really funny. Yes, one guy just made out torsos, and that was pretty fucking hilarious to see that. Now he just casually throws one guy's head around, and he's like, oh, it's a head, it's flying, it's flying, it's flying. And then when somebody catches his head, he says, please be gentle. And I love seeing that because I know that's where Kishimoto got the whole thing with Hidan from, because there's this scene in Naruto, I think volume probably 38 or 36 through 38, somewhere in there, where one of the things that you see is Kakuzu's grabbing Hidan's head, and Hidan's saying, hey, ouch, you bastard, that hurts. And what's really cool about Oda and Kishimoto's kind of relationship is, like, there's been moments where, like, Oda does something and Kishi says, damn, I wish I thought of that, let me try it on my spin, and vice versa. Oda will say, damn, I wish I did that, and try it on his. And even before I got into One Piece, like, there was a joint interview, and then there was the whole thing where they talked about it in separate interviews with an admiration for each other. I think that that's really cool, just seeing that there's a little bit of competitiveness there. And actually, one of the reasons I want to get into One Piece is when Naruto ended, Naruto's son Boruto drew the Jolly Roger on Naruto's Hokage monument. So I love the fact that you see different things like that in this, but Law's power is so incredible. Like, I don't care about using your body to attract guns and stuff and all the other magnets. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't care about that. Even Luffy's ability, like, I was okay with Luffy's stuff because it was so versatile. I just love Law. I already know. Like, you guys are like, oh, you're a Nami fanboy. Nah, man, I think I'm gonna be a Law fanboy, right? Right. I think Nami's gonna be the best woman in One Piece, and I'm joking, by the way. And I think Law's gonna be like the best, like, non Luffy captain. Basically, like, of all the other crews, I think Law's gonna be that dude, man. I love me some Law, man. And I love the fact that when Luffy's crew gets out there, they're just so, like, blown away. They're like, I guess it makes sense. There's 3 devil fruit users. It makes sense that the other 2 captains have devil fruits as well, and they do so much damage. And the celestial dragons, they get taken out through the back or whatnot, and the Navy, for a second, they're feeling themselves, right? They're like, okay, we can hold the fort till Kizaru gets here. And that's when the other 2 captains, the declaration's made, and they say, look, Straw Hat Luffy, it's been fun, but the next time we meet up, we're going to be enemies on the New World. And that's where Luffy just looks and says, oh, well, I'm going to be the one to find the One Piece. I'll be king of the pirates. I love that. Like, Luffy reminds me of that guy where he walks into the room and say it's like a beauty pageant or something, and, like, the person's being awarded, Luffy's the guy who walks in and pulls the Kanye West move, grabs the microphone and says, hey, I'm sorry, I'm going to get back to you in a minute, but I think she needs to be the most beautiful person in the room right now. Like, Luffy, or I'm the most beautiful person in the room. I can see Luffy doing something like that. Like, that's so crazy, the fact that Luffy just outright says it. It's like, look, hey, you helped me out. I guess we're rivals, but, you know, you might as well quit now. I'm king of the pirates, bitch. I love that about Luffy's character, man. I totally love that. Just that confidence. Like, he's totally not lacking in confidence. And what's really cool about this whole thing is that as they try and split up and they, you know, all go their separate ways, Luffy's crew goes one way and Raleigh's just looking around and it's like, these guys are pretty dependable. It's like he's taking a keen interest in each of the rookies, but I think he's taking the most interest in Luffy because he is running away with Luffy's crew. That's interesting to me. And I like how Sanji says, like, hey, I got the flying fish riders right there. We gotta get the hell out of here. They're our Uber driver. They're getting us up out of here, right? And you got Duval. He's like, oh, did you call me handsome? And you got the other two guys in the background. They're feeding into it. It's just like Duval at this point, right? Duval is so grateful to Sanji for literally kicking the ugly out of him. Like, that's something like that. That made my top list of One Piece favorite moments. Because, again, I still can't get over the fact that Oda had him kick the ugly out of Duval. Kick him so hard that his face structure changes. Like, holy shit. I knew Sanji was able to work magic in the kitchen and make some beautiful dishes. I know he can make beautiful people. Just makes you wonder, right? When Sanji get a chance to run that game on Nami, right? He's like, look, girl, you look pretty good. I look pretty good. We're going to make some pretty good kids. Like, that's going to be so fucking awesome, man. Like, Sanji at this point, Sanji is like that royalty that you see, right? Like, you see like the King of England, Queen of England, Prince of England, whatever it is now. I'm not up on that too much, but you see the king and you just know, like, oh shit, that's the king. Like, wow, that's Sanji right there. Like Sanji, when Sanji disappears and then he reappears, the plot moves forward. Same thing with Nico Robin. Like, they just got that elegance about them in that regard. And I use the word elegance simply for the fact that Oda writes those scenes where they pop up and they do things in such a way where it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And you have to call it elegant because beautiful doesn't do it as good of a justice when you start thinking about using adjectives to describe it. And what I really love about this is the fact that as they start running away, Sanji's getting on a Luffy. It's like, look, Brook's using the lullaby on them. He's not using it on you, dumbass. Let's keep running. And I love the fact that when that chapter ends off, Kuma shows up in Law after getting one of those giants there. He basically says, like, hey, what's one of the 7 warlords doing here? That's really cool. Like I said, a huge plot twist. Like, it makes sense. Luffy and the others were able to kind of get through the Navy people with no difficulty. You know, Luffy at one point used Gear 3. I think it was just a big pissing contest. He didn't need to use Gear 3. But Kuma being there, why? And that's my chapter question. When you got to this point, I know like 90% of you guys is completely anime, so chances are, I can't say Toei Animation does some slow-ass chapter progressions. It might have ended off right here. So, when you got to this point in the anime, what were your thoughts? But, as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have an awesome day.